But it's good, YouTube. Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're going to talk about how those Portland Trailblazers beat the New Orleans Pelicans 118 to 106. The Blazers go to 40 and 38 and 22 and 17 at home. It's good to see them above 500. They had a tough record throughout the season. They're closing the season the right way, and that's good to see from them. The Pelicans go to 25 and 52 and 9 and 29 on the road. Portland did win the season series 3-1 since they ended up winning this game, and it was something that they had to do because they want to be a playoff team or a play-in team, and this is a game they had to win to keep themselves in that race to be able to be one of those type of teams. Portland won the first quarter 35-32. Second quarter was won by New Orleans 33-25. Portland won the third quarter 28-16. In the fourth quarter 30-25. Herbert Jones ended up playing 26 minutes for the New Orleans Pelicans. He ended up scoring 9 points. He went 3 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He also had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a -9 and plus minus. He ended up taking some good shots in this one. He just couldn't knock them down. And even when he did, you were thinking that he should have. But he just didn't have the feel in this one. He also turned the ball over a lot, showing that he really didn't have the proper way of attacking the defense cleanly in this game. And it ended up causing him a lot of problems with the missed shots and the turnovers and the fouls that he had committed in a short amount of time that he played in this game as a starter. Zion Williamson played 29 minutes. He had 15 points. He went 4 of 7 from the field, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. He knows what he's trying to do every single possession when he gets the ball. Either give it up, find his teammate, or drive. Just that simple for him at this point of his career. And it's just good to see him healthy for 60 games, hopefully, or more. 1 rebound, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, and a block, 4 personal fouls, and a -11 and plus minus for him. And it's just good to see the team starting to figure things out. You look at DeJounte Murray, he ended up playing 28 minutes. He ended up getting 9 points. He went 4 of 10 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He had 8 rebounds, 5 assists, but he also had 5 turnovers. He also had 2 steals, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, was a -24 and plus minus. So he didn't score the way that he wanted to. He didn't execute the way that he wanted to in this game, but he still did some other things that is needed if you want to play some winning type of basketball. He understands that he's figuring that stuff out as he continue to build confidence in his body and in his scoring ability and his defensive ability. Again, he wants to be the best player he can be, and that's the type of motivation that you always got to have, and that's what you got to continue to do is put the work in and also, continue to do your part as much as you can. You look at Trey Murphy the third. He played 36 minutes. He had 19 points. He was 7 of 17 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Of course, you would like some threes to go down. Of course, the limited shots you would like them to make, but he couldn't get it done in this one. He did have 8 boards, which was tied for the most on the team. He also had 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 personal fouls, and was a -17 and plus minus. If his 3 ball ain't going in, you would think that'd be the end of his night. But he's been showing this year and last year that he can get it done in other ways. And you have to like the fact that he said, I'm only gonna take 6 tonight, but I'm also gonna find other ways, to help my team out. When it comes to the offensive end, whether that's passing or scoring from the paint or near the basket. Sadiq Bey, 35 minutes, 15 points. He went 6 of 14 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. He went 0 of 2 from the free throw line. I like that he's being physical. I like that he's attacking. I like that he's showing that he can still space the floor. He's just a good guard to have on your roster on both ends of the court for some, quality games, or if you're a playoff team or a championship team. He's a good type of guard that you'll want on those type of rosters. But since they had to take a gamble on somebody and they wanted some talent, they said we'll take some reconstruction with this guy and try to build him back up to being one of the better guards. And he has been a quality guard for them this entire season. He did have 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and a steal. He also had 3 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, was a minus 22. And plus minus Derek Queen, 25 minutes, 12 points. He went 4 of 10 from the field. He missed his only three. He went 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, and was a +2 and plus minus. Good and one opportunity attacking Donovan Clingan and finishing, but Derek Queen had a really, really good game, doing multiple things at a high level. That's something that he has shown that he can do throughout the season. It's good to see him starting to get back to that now. Easy. 20 minutes, 6 points for him, 3 of 6 from the field. He's going to try to score around that basket, and he did a decent job at doing that. He had 7 boards that was tied. That actually was the most off the bench. He had 1 turnover in the blocks, 5 offensive rebounds, which is good out of 7, meaning that he was really, really working hard to get those rebounds. He also had no personal fouls with a -3 and plus minus. Michael Beasley, 12 minutes, he missed his only shot. He did have 2 rebounds, 3 assists with no turnovers and a steal, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a +12 and plus minus. You're happy that he was able to give you something. You're happy that he was very productive in the minutes that he was out there and was competing at a high level. And that's all you can really ask him to do. And then Jeremiah Fears played 26 minutes. He had game high 21 points off the bench. He just using that speed and quickness and that bounce to attack the basket and create separation for quality looks. And now he's knocking down shots even from the perimeter. This is what we thought that he will possibly be in his career, and it's good to see glimpses of him being a star caliber player at the guard position. He went 7 of 10 from the field, 3 of 4 from three, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 3 personal fouls, and a +15, a +12, and plus minus. He can be a quality defender. He's very smart. He understands when to go for the ball and when not to. He's still learning how to do it when it comes to pickpocketing, but it's always been a tricky and tough thing to do because you never know which way and how the refs is going to use their whistle that night. So it's always a tough thing to prepare for. But he did a lot for this team tonight, and that's something that you want to continue to see. And then you look at the Portland Trailblazers, Tamani Kamara. He ended up playing 23. He ended up getting 23 points and playing 39 minutes. He ended up going 8 of 15 from the field, 6 of 12 from three, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 3 steals, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a +22 and plus minus. Good spacing from him. He kept finding ways to move without the basketball, kept finding ways to get open, and then it was just about knocking down the shots, and then the defense actually ended up helping him a lot too. Denny Avdia, 37 minutes, 26 points. He ended up having a good night when it came to total, but he shot 7 of 20 from the field and 2 of 7 from three, which wasn't that great or that amazing from him. He also had 3 turnovers, but he scored a lot of his free throws. Ended up helping him get that total that he needed to have a big night offensively. And it's mainly because his handle and his ability to attack at the right time and knowing how to force the issue while still getting quality finishes and not being too error prone in his mind when he's trying to attack, because you never really know how the defense is going to react. You never know what they're going to do sometimes. You're just trying to see if what you're trying to do is going to work. And it was a good night for him. Again, just figuring out how to get it done his way and using that to help his teammates too, because he did have 7 assists. He also had 8 rebounds. He had 2 steals and a block, 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, and was a +10 and plus minus. Then Donovan Clingan had another game where he didn't score that much. He played 22 minutes, had 4 points. He went 2 of 4 from the field. His only misses was two threes that he took. He did have 9 boards, which was tied for the most on the team with Robert Williams, who's a great rebounder too. He had 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, three offensive rebounds, 5 personal fouls, and was a +1 and plus minus. Jrue Holiday closed the game for them with the 3-point shots. 37 minutes for him, 27 points. He went 10 to 22 from the field, 7 to 15 from three. Teams are going to give him the three. Teams prefer him to take the three, but he's knocking them down. And he's hurting teams since he's doing it that way. And then he also can attack the basket. He also can hit the mid range. He also can make a free throw if he gets to the free throw line. He also can pass real well since he's seeing everything that's happening and is unfolding right before him. And then it's just about what he wants to do since he's always been a decent passer with good size at that guard position. But 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, no personal fouls, a +14 and plus minus. Scoot Henderson, 20 minutes, 14 points. He went 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from three. Good scoring from him. He attacked the basket. He was able to shoot the perimeter shot. He's starting to figure it out game by game. It's just good to see him healthy. It's good to see him playing at a high level. That's all you can really want from him. He had 1 rebound, 3 assists, no turnover, and a steal, 1 offensive rebound, which was his only rebound, 2 personal fouls, and he was a -14 and plus minus. And everybody off their bench was able to score. Chris Murray, he ended up going 1 of 2 from the field. He missed his only shot, which was a three. He missed his only 3-pointer, and he made his only 2-pointer, so he went 1 of 2 from the field, 0 1 from three. But he also made and missed a free throw, so he went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and a steal, and also 3 blocks. The 3 blocks was the most on the team, tied with Robert Williams. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, was a +3 and plus minus. Robert Williams was just finishing around that rim and just crashing the glass. He ended up going and getting 6 points in 23 minutes. He went 3 of 5 from the field and got 9 boards, 1 assist. And then he had 4 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, was a +11. And plus minus, gotta like his hustle, gotta like his fight, gotta like his effort every single night that he's healthy, and that's when he's playing. And he's really been a good player for them on both ends, sometimes throughout this season. Matisse Thybulle has been the same, but he had played 31 minutes, which was the most off the bench. He also had 13 points and took the most shots off the bench, which was 9. He finished 4 of 9 from the field and 3 of 8 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. That's a really good night from him because he's not always guaranteed to give you double figures because he's not always a great or good shooter from night to night, but he's trying to figure that part out, and he's doing a better job of it lately. He did have 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals. He's known for his defense, his deflection, and his pickpocketing ability. That's what he made his name off of. 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and a +21 and plus minus. City played 9 minutes. He had 2 points. He went 1 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from three. 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, no personal fouls. It was a -8 and plus minus. 92 field goals for the Blazers. They shot 46%. 84 field goals for the Pelicans. They shot 45%. 51 threes taken by the Blazers. They shot 39%. 23 taken by the Pelicans. They shot 39% as well from three. 18 free throws taken by the Blazers. They shot 78%. 26 for the Pelicans. They shot 81%, and that's good that they shot better from the free throw line and shot more attempts. And then 45 rebounds for the Blazers, 44 for the Pelicans, 27 assists for the Blazers, 25 for the Pelicans, 13 turnovers for the Blazers as a team, 19 for the Pelicans, 11 steals for the Blazers, 9 for the Pelicans, 7 blocks for the Blazers, 5 for the Pelicans, 14 offensive rebounds for the Blazers, 12 for the Pelicans, 31 defensive rebounds for the Blazers, 32 for the Pelicans, 17 personal fouls for the Blazers, 21 for the Pelicans. The Blazers, man, played a really good game, and they defended and made things rough for the Pelicans, and Jrue Holiday just took over and just made so many big plays and so many big shots. He was a big difference maker for the Blazers. He just had really good timing. He just had really good confidence in his game. Tamani and those guys kept getting open, kept creating shots for themselves and for others, and especially Denny, and it just ended up working out for the Blazers in this one. And the Pelicans, they played a good game. They just couldn't defend and they couldn't really stop. The Blazers when it mattered, and then they also got beat in some small areas in a close game. Those things matter. Those things come up. Those things could be the difference in you winning or losing. And since they couldn't do them, and since they couldn't get them done at a high level, they ended up getting a loss in this one. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.